Hello there, this is DBT, and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing and talking about Asphalt 8 because there's a bunch of topics that I want to cover. You can see some of them on the title or maybe on the thumbnail. I'm gonna be getting my card number 300, and by the way, look at that ginormous wing. Oh, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm gonna be getting my card number 300, as well as maybe my 301st, I don't know. We're gonna be talking about the Racing Pass, which, as it's been the case lately, it's a good thing, but we're also gonna be talking about the Gauntlet situation, which is, well, kinda bad. But alright, before we jump into it, why don't you hit the like button if you enjoy my content, as well as subscribing, because why not? Remember that I post videos literally every day, so there's always something to watch, so go ahead, do it for me, please. But alright, so, first things first, my car number 300, because oh boy, am I excited. That actually has to do with why I have this car on the screen. Obviously, I already own the Volkswagen IDR, but this is one of those cars that I used to see in the game being played before I owned it, and I thought, wow, that's one cool car. It's electric. I don't love the fact that it's electric, but it's a really cool car, right? Well, there's another one, and I wanted to make sure that my car number 300 was gonna be a special. Did you get it? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Of course, I'm talking about the Formula E Cup. That's right, it finally has validated, so now it's time to claim my reward. And unless something went really wrong, this should be my card number 300, because by the way, in case, just to show you what this is about, look at that, $299, and I could have bought any car for tokens, well, not any, but any of the cars that are for sale for tokens and all of that in order to get my card number 300, but I decided, you know what, it's gotta be a special, so that's why I decided to wait, and now it's going to be the Formula E Gen 2. I always forget to say. I always say Formula E Gen, but it's Formula E Gen 2, and you know how this works. Excuse me, game. Excuse me. Come on, don't do me dirty, game. Don't do me dirty. I don't know why it's not claiming. Actually, today when I launched the game, I did notice. I don't know if it's the servers are a little bit slow. I don't think it's my connection or something's going a little bit strange. But there we go. Oh yeah, baby. Now, granted, the rest of the rewards are also good, don't get me wrong, but my main excitement over here is, of course, to get... What? I didn't get an animation for it? Ah, come on, that is so anticlimactic. Alright, fine. Don't, hold on. Oh, look, the animation that I unlocked the car. Woo, it's the animation, I'm totally not doing it myself. It's a fancy animation that I got because the car's mine. That was so anticlimactic, but yeah, I got it. The Formula E Gen 2 is finally mine, my car number 300. And as I said, electrics are not my thing, alright? I'm not really big on electrics, but this doesn't take away the fact that I wanted this car for so long. I saw it and I wanted to get it, and never once it was made available. From what I understand, it was a festival car at some point. Then it was a free car, but ever since, well... interesting. It doesn't have the same livery that it was shown in the event. At first in the event, we had this livery, but halfway through the event, it changed to the one that it was like a dual color, still black with some other tones, and it looked pretty dope. I thought that's the one that I was gonna have, but instead I kept this one. It doesn't matter. Either one, it's fine. But alright, there we go. I own it. Car number 300. Now, why did I say that maybe I was gonna be going for the car 301st? Well, honestly, this is something else that I could have done before, but I waited because I definitely wanted this to be my car 300, right? Because it's special, it's so rare, and even though right now a bunch of people are going to be able to get it, once this ends, I imagine nobody will be able to get it for another while, so it will become a rare car again. But anyway, so I mentioned that because I could have also gotten my 300 car over here in the car hunt, because remember that I do not have the Vanda. So that's another electric that I'm gonna get, though I don't know if I have enough just yet. I didn't even claim my free coins, huh? I don't know that I have enough coins for this, because I honestly haven't been paying too much attention to doing the tasks. Even though I do want the car, I did want to make sure to not mess it up and, you know, mess up what was going to be my 300th car. So let me claim everything. Is that enough to get my car? Not yet, but no fear, because I was prepared for this. That's why actually I did the coin cup. So I think this should be enough to get me there. I didn't get a super high position over here. I got like 30% or something, but it still is a bunch of coin packs, so that hopefully will help. Yeah, see how it's taking a long time to claim this stuff? Or I'm just gonna skip you this waiting. Alright, there we go, it eventually validated. Ooh, I hope that's enough coins. Yeah, that should be enough coins to get to tier 14. Whoa, 421, nice. Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, barely took me there, but Let's go, baby. And this one I do get an animation. Come on, game. Ah, Jesus. All right, Game Love, maybe you want to add this animation whenever you unlock a car through a TLE, because, man, this looks cool. This animation looks cool. But I didn't get one for my 300th car, so anyway. So yeah, another electric again. Not huge on electrics, but that doesn't take away the cars that look cool. I still like, even if they're electric. So there you go. That's my logic. So there we go, 301st car. Let's go, baby. Now, another thing that I want to take a look at, it's the racing pass. But as usual, because I have, well, by now I have 301 cars. A lot of the cars that are featured here I already own. So instead, I'm going to show it to you in my other account. My completely empty account where I literally only have the Dodge Dart. I have nothing else. So oh, come on. Ah, Jesus, now I got the ugly colors. Hold on, I need to restart the game because this looks horrible. Jesus, all right, restart done. I don't know how you guys deal with the pop-up ads. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't, all right? Respect for being free to play, but oh boy. All right, so the current racing pass that just began today. So what's the deal with it? Let's have a look at the rewards. I'm gonna be looking at both the free and the premium at the same time so that we go page by page. On the free lane, we got some tuning kit for, what is this, 1 hour? Yes. Some credits that we know that are not particularly useful, but okay. Now, on the premium side is obviously where the interesting stuff is. And remember that the premium, it's... what is this, $15? Did it? Wait a second. Wasn't it $10? It went up in price, didn't it? Am I mistaken? But I think this went up in price. Because this used to be $10, wasn't it? Okay, now it's $15, so okay. Well, anyway, so the rewards on the premium are, we got an ultimate upgrade, meaning you can upgrade any car of any class from 0 to hero right away. We got the Dodge Tomahawk, which is an ultimate back, as I always say. It sounds like a fantastic thing because, well, it's an ultimate back of the rank of 1860. It's very fast. Oh, it's crazy. But the reality is that it's a terrible bike. It's super difficult to handle. It's possible, but it's still a pain in the rear. So yeah, keep that in mind. We got an outfit for, what is this? Golden Gent suit. We got Class A Master Key, which allows you to unlock some cars in Class A. I'm just going to leave it at that. It used to be the case where it, in theory, would allow you to unlock any cars from the ranks up to 1771, not 1772. That never was the case. But nowadays, these keys are very outdated. So a lot of cars that are in those ranks are still not counted in there. So yeah, that's unfortunate. We also have 500 storage slots. That is the first page. On the second page, we got some booster, we got some parts, and on the premium lane, well, a bunch of parts, some wildcards, and a master key for Class C. Next page, we have another booster, this time for extra tank. Again, over here on the premium, we got parts, we got some wildcards, and 10 direct upgrades of Class B. That's good. That's pretty good. Well. All right, and the next page, page 4, we got some credits, some fusion coins, very little, honestly, nothing too important. Again, over here, we got a bit of credits, which again, for the most part, are not all that useful anymore, but okay. We got some parts, we got some wildcards, and then we also have the Maserati Gran Turismo Sport. Now, I do believe that this car used to be acquirable for credits, obviously, when cars for credits were still a thing. Nowadays, that most cars are for tokens, well, but either way, this should not be the thing that sways you to get this pass, because honestly, this is a common car, so nah. All right, next page, we got, again, some wildcards, some fusion coins. Over here, we got parts, some wildcards, and a master key for Class B. Page 6, we got, on the free lane, we got some credits, some parts. On the premium, we got parts, some wildcards, and we got the Porsche 911 GT1 Evolution. This is a car of the bracket of 1680. Actually, the rank at Pro is at 1680. And is this a good or a bad car? I don't know just yet. I've driven it a few times, but not too much. I still have to test it out. It's an interesting car. It's a historical car if you're into racing. But yeah, other than that, not much to see over here. Honestly, I don't believe that this is an amazing car either, but there you go. Then we got on page 7 more parts, some wildcards from the free lane, and on the premium we got a bunch of parts, some wildcards, 750,000 fusion coins, and 10 direct upgrades of Class A. But finally, when we get to page 8 on the free lane, we got for as a free card a Ford Mustang, which again I think sells for, it always sold for tokens, and nowadays all cars sell for tokens. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, of the rank of 1230, nice looking car. And we also have 100 storage slots. But on the premium lane, we get the Pagani Imola, however you pronounce it, class A1771, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. This is an absolute beauty of a car, and in fact, it's a very good performer. Not a king, but definitely on the very good side. We got some wildcards, a bunch of credits, 10 direct upgrades of class S, some more parts, and finally the main reward, which is the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. A car of the 1680 bracket, actually it's at the top of it, 1682. And oh man, I know everybody loves this Mustang because it's totally a Mustang. I know, I'm pulling your leg, guys. I know that there's a big controversy regarding this car being called a Mustang, and I'm talking about the real world. This has nothing to do with Asphalt. But yeah, a lot of people hate that this is called a Mustang because this is an SUV. A Mustang was never an SUV. So they just slapped the logo, called it a Mustang and whatnot. But then they made this version, the 1400, with the old aero stuff. Look at that wing, the diffuser, there we go, the canards, the splitter. It looks insane. And like I just said earlier, even though I'm not into electrics, I still like the way this thing looks. So yeah, I may go premium for this. And yes, I'm saying go premium for it because as a content creator this time, I'm not getting a free pass for this thing, so well, whatever. But honestly, the rest of the rewards, just getting the car along with getting the ultimate upgrade, in my personal opinion, I'm not trying to convince anybody to spend money, but in my personal opinion, at least for my goals, I think that is worth it. So yes, but as usual, this is a very subjective thing. Whether or not you think it's worth spending in the game, that's completely up to you, and I'm not trying to convince you to do so. Alright, so there we go. That is as far as the racing pass. Now, coming back to my main account, alright, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the Gauntlet situation. Now, this already happened since yesterday. Now, I didn't do a video on that because there were some other stuff that I needed to cover. But yeah, the Gauntlet store is gone. It's finally gone. We have over here the multiplayer store, it's fine, but the Gauntlet one is completely gone, and as you can see, the currency is also gone. Well, you cannot see it over here because it doesn't even show. But yeah, the currency is no longer there, and actually, you know what, there's a way to look if by any chance it's still there. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna, this is gonna be peculiar, but alright. My currency is still there, and that is something that I wanted to mention. So, the whole thing with the Gauntlet store being gone, I already made a video talking about this whole situation and, you know, the fact that how they, in removing that store and only giving us 10 days, that it was gonna be kind of tight to get any car from the store. Then turns out that they removed the car from the store, so you could no longer buy a car in the Gauntlet store during these 10 days, which was even worse. And now, well, we're just here, stuck without the Gauntlet store, and the cars that you may have wanted to get, they're completely gone. Now, one thing that it's kind of interesting, and in fact, oh, maybe, you know what? I need to do a defense lap. So, yes, let me do a defense lap. I need to do a defense lap to show you the reward, so let's just jump into it. It's not, as usual, I don't care too much to do a series. I'm gonna go boost it. See, the game is slow. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's some server maintenance or something going on, but yeah, it's barely running. Yeah, this is not gonna be a serious lap or anything. I don't even have boosters, so who cares? But yeah, I want to show you the rewards because there was, you know, since they were closing the store and they said that they were removing the Gauntlet currency and whatnot, the question was, well, what are we gonna get in Gauntlet instead of that currency? And honestly, I did mention it in another video that I thought that the most sensible thing for Gameloft to do to replace that currency in the Gauntlet rewards would be to replace it for tokens. So instead of getting 300, 400, however many badges you could get a week, instead replace that for tokens. And in my head, that made perfect sense, right? Because, well, it's also a currency that is used for buying cars, which was the main thing that the Gauntlet badges were used for. So it seemed like a great idea, right? It's like, oh yeah, well, you remove the currency to buy cars, but it gets replaced with the other currency that is used specifically to buy cars. It's perfect. It's easy. Why not? Well, that's not exactly what happened, but oh no, are we gonna get stuck? Okay, no, there we go. It did synchronize. Alright, so my point here is to show you what are the new rewards. And alright, yeah, because I need to do a race so that I can look at the rewards. Well, we got yeah, fusion coin. No, excuse me. I mean, we got fusion coins, that's normal. No, credits. We just got credits. No tokens. credits. That's why I made a bit of an emphasis a little earlier in this video to say that how useless are the credits nowadays. Because yeah, this is what we got now. Honestly, this looks and is not good. Alright, I'm just gonna put it out there. Replacing the currency that was useful for buying very useful cars, meaning the badges, and replacing it for tokens that cannot be used for anything right now other than converting wildcards and, you know, buying a couple of cars, super low class cars. Replacing one for that, another one, it's... Now, I'm just gonna say this. I want to believe that this is not a permanent change. I want to believe that. But I'm really curious to know what you guys think. I know that everybody will... Nobody will be very happy about getting credits instead of the Gauntlet badges. But what I'm curious about, and I made a poll about this, and maybe you already saw it, but if you haven't, check it out. It's on my community tab here on YouTube. I made a poll asking you, why do you play Gauntlet? Is it because of the gameplay or the rewards? Now, I did not add an option for both, because I know that most people would go for both. I want the most, you know, the most black and white look at the thing. What really drove you into playing Gauntlet? Is it the competition, the excitement of playing against really skilled players and see if you can beat them and how you can improve your lap and all of that stuff? Or is it about getting the rewards from it? Again, I understand that most people would go for both, but I really want to see, like, in the extremes, to which extreme would you lean? So yeah, overall, this is such a, I don't know. I wanna wait and see if Gameloft has something that they're working on, because like I said, it's clear that they're doing something behind the curtain. Right, that's why they're changing stuff, and I want to believe that it's going to be a change for good. I want to believe that they're going to replace the credits for something useful, but as it stands, I personally have no interest in getting a good result in Gauntlet. I'm still going to play because I want my daily tokens, obviously. You can still get your tokens from doing these things, right? I still want those. But now I have absolutely no reason to worry at the end of the season to try to get a good result. I have no reason to do that, so I don't know. I'm really curious. Now, what I was curious about was precisely... Oh, look at that. There's a link to the Gauntlet Store, but it doesn't take you there anymore. Yeah, they should remove this. But yeah, so the good thing is that the currency is not removed. Now, why do I say that that's a good thing? Because at the very least, you can still use that currency to continue buying dices. That's at the very least the one thing that you'll be able to do. So Gameloft, if you ever watch this, please don't remove the currency at all. I mean, I don't know, in like a year maybe, or something like that. But for now, for people, I mean, I understand that not everybody will have 11,000, that's just DBT being crazy. But imagine that people got 2,000 of these things still lying around. Well, it's still good because you can use it to buy the dices. So again, I'm glad that the currency is not removed, because at the very least we have something to spend it on. And honestly, getting dices, it's a good thing. So, Jesus Christ, this is also gonna take forever, isn't it? Okay, there we go. I validated it. And there it is. I can buy a dice for this thing. Now, obviously, it's gonna take me a long time to buy the dices. It would be good if Gameloft would, if they want to get rid of the currency, Gameloft, why don't you unlock the amount of dices that you can get in the Treasure Rush? So that if I wanted, I can buy all of this with my badges, right? Or rather, I can buy with all of my badges as many dices as I can. In that way, well, people would be very happy to spend it all and be like, well, it was still worth something. So again, I'm glad that it has not been fully removed just yet, for the sake of people being able to spend it. And like I said, at least you can spend it on something that is useful, which is buying the dices. But yeah, overall, the situation with Gauntlet, I'm really confused. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, there's something going on right now with the servers. I don't know what it is. Oh, now it worked. Cool. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Gauntlet. And please do check that that poll that I posted, because I really want to know what was the reason you played the thing. And if possible, send this poll to everybody, any and everybody, wherever your friends that play this game, whoever, maybe in the official Discord, whatever. This is not about farming engagement or anything. If you want, don't leave a comment. It's fine. All I want is to have a decent amount of votes over there to be able to tell, okay, people were really about the rewards more than just the gameplay, or maybe it was just about the gameplay, and maybe people will continue playing it even if it had bad rewards. So I'm really curious about that. Please answer or do the poll. But yeah, all right, I'm sorry that this video was a little bit rambly and all over the place, but man, my ideas are just racing in my head, and I'm like, Jesus. It's fine, it's fine. All right, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, hit the like button, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one, in which I will actually play the game instead of just talk about it. That's all. Bye-bye.